And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and a while back I just decided I was going to start replaying Honkai Style Rail from the beginning to see if it was as fun as I remember it being, and so far it has been. So, in the last episode, we descended into the underworld in Belobog, and we met some people, and we did a bit of a fight in the fight arena, and we just got interrupted by some kind of brouhaha going on in the mines, which we'll get back to soon, but before we continue with any of that, we've taken a quick jaunt back to Herta Space Station to enter the simulated universe for a second time. So let's chat to Herta and see if there's anything that she has to say. I did a pre-upgrade for the simulated universe, but you'll have to wait till I can deploy it. Where have you been? I've been waiting for your test report. Get in there now. Okay. Herta's so-called upgrades seem to make no difference at all. Yeah, I'm back in the same place where I was last time. I'm still using trial characters. I'm not allowed to use my own characters yet. But that's okay, because it's basically the same characters I was using, minus Asta. Oops, I'm on auto. I've been,
This is our chance. No interest in conflict.
It'll be interesting to see what level my characters are. Oh wow, I've been dropped down to level 6. No wonder they are hitting like, limp noodles.
My turn!
Strange thing happened again. A chill creeps up your spine, mist clouds your eyes, and you see the familiar vision appearing again. This time they are even closer. You can feel their presence and power. Fully, the Eon of Remembrance appears again. They float in midair, bowing their head from above. Are they looking at you? But you are not sure what section is their eyes. Good point. You tell yourself to stay sober and complete the mission. Speak to them. What a coincidence, we meet again. How did you manage to control my mind? I'm gonna go jaunty. Chaos turns into time. Your dereliction of duty will pass. The volume is no longer proportional. The steps are reduced. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 feet away from everything. Be careful, Elio. The train moves forward. The baby falls to the ground. The cancer is growing. They respond to you after hearing what you say. You feel the chill on your face and the hairs in your skin shudder. Why are they talking to Elio? Then they draw away and disappear in an instant. You feel relieved. Herta. You hear Herta's voice at just the right time. You met Fuli again. Well done. Previous testers never even got a response from Fuli. Sounds like she has settled down from her excitement and her voice has returned to the usual emotionless and mechanical register. Okay, then I must have acted wrong. You're still watching me? Just what did you upgrade? I do like the digital ghosty version of Herta that we get in Simulated Universe. What do you think an upgrade is? The next version of a video game? Some tiny rewards handed out every 1.5 months? Herta snorts. This is a whole micro-universe. If you could see all the changes at a glance, why would we spend all the time training a universe? I can just build a garden for your express instead. All the self-references. Herta sighs. There's a downloader just a little further ahead. Remember to use it to expand your team. Your brain is gradually adapting to the simulated universe, and the available RAM will gradually become accessible for you, so you can play with more people. Alright, snap out of it. Go and choose your blessing. The blessing of remembrance is manifested in ice, which will enhance freeze effects and buffs. Dissociation is ridiculously good. 30% of enemy max XP damage is just so good. Like, a lot of the early simulated universe cheese came down to breaking dissociation. Steven added something to the stage. Smashing things is indeed essential. In any video game, really. Okay, let's try to freeze these dudes.
This awesome move.
And we'll break you. And we've slowed you, so this will get extra damage from the crit.
Told you I could fight.
Do I shield or do I just kill things? I'll just kill things.
Let's make it quick. Fighting is meaningless.
Yeah, the dissociation is just finishing these guys off. After dissociation is removed from an enemy, there is a high chance for them to become frozen. Let's take that one. Okay, who are we going to get from the downloader? We'll get Herta herself. Hello, Herta. Just slowly drip feeding us mechanics. No, that's not... It's not vulnerable to ice, so there was no point using that. Oh, they take very little damage. Should probably shield somebody.
Rules are made to be broken.
Time to twirl.
This is our chance.
Time to twirl.
And that finished them off pretty simply. The enemy has a high chance to become frozen every 5 stacks it receives. Turn off brief descriptions, because I like knowing the numbers. And now we can pass through to the next domain. Aha. So we can see this is a 3-step map. Very simplified. I always forget this map exists and just go through it. When I hit the boss, I hit the boss. And now we got a nice little tutorial. See, this guy's not ice weak either, so we'll just keep going through with physical. We'll break you. And we didn't slow you, but we'll use the ult on you anyway.
Told you I could fight.
We'll put some def on you.
Let's go.
Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move. Time to twirl.
And freeze you up, and then we can break both the guys on the outside.
Rules are made to be broken.
And the ult. And Herta? I never have enough skill points left for Herta. I feel bad about it.
This big diamond. It's all yours.
Enemies are falling, and you can't contain your excitement. You're a genius. You're sure of it. Your concentration starts to crumble. You love the shaking of every leaf. You enjoy the destructive power of endless thoughts, and you realize that something is wrong with you. This is not you. Uh-oh. They're here. Akavilli! Akavilli! Her voice laughed wildly. It has been so long. I miss you greatly. Your hairs stand on end. This is the infectious enthusiasm of a madman. They appear before you. Without a head and a mask in their arms, they waved their hand at you, still spinning in circles, their arms hanging in midair, their muscles controlling their trembling knuckles, and their posture like that of a sculpture. I am so sad. They suddenly become sorrowful. Why did you die? They whimpered in pain as tears ran down the back of your hand. It felt like you really had died. You have fallen too long and the universe has lost its order. They begin to clap their hands. Then everything started to turn to chaos. This is what I want. I want to hug you. Unfortunately, I'm just an equation in a computer. Oh, that seems kind of cool. They scratched their head. This punk has figured it out again. I have to get Skrull to edit their data once more. I have to apologize to you, really. I lay an ambush aboard your train for a whole year just to blow it up with your nameless followers. I couldn't resist, I'm sorry. They put their hand to the chest guiltily and bowed solemnly. This disgrace is still pretending. They've already figured out you're not Akavilli. You're Akavilli! You're alive and well. What an interesting opponent. Please play with me more. That's what I want. Grow up and defeat me. They kick the ground with a stomp and fade away. You gasp for air as you escape from the torment. Aha, the Eon of Elation, Herta explained uncharitably. A very elusive one, who probably found themselves living in a game. This fella is very noisy and dangerous. Next time, bite your tongue and talk to them more. Thanks for your hard work. The Blessing of Elation loves to throw surprises, which can be suitable for characters that do follow-up attacks, like Herta. So let's just buff Kuru, and I will let the cat in because it's being very noisy. Sometimes you just have to go and let the cat in. So we can see we're moving ahead to that location. And there is a tail in my face. And... oh, this one is actually... we can use March's technique on it.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let's just wipe this one out while it's frozen. Oh, we're doing almost no damage to that guy. That's not great. But if we I've lost the ability to speak today. I've just really been messing words up. But if we just hit you all while you're frozen. See, the problem with Herta's ability is if they get reduced below 50% by... oh no, that's wrong. It looked like it wasn't activating, but it was just delayed.
What are you looking at?
I've no interest in conflict.
Oh, he woke up. Oh no, he actually did damage to me. I was not expecting him to have that one sliver of health left. After an enemy receives ice damage, all other enemies receive damage as well. Oh no, this is good. We'll just keep smashing on that dissociation. And we can go up here. See, all this, like, Sim Universe lore, I totally just scrolled past when I was playing it the first time. It's like, oh, a big wall of text that's in between me and actually, you know, progressing in this game. So I'm just going to scroll past it. So all that stuff with the Eons, it's just completely passed me by.
This is our chance.
So it's kind of fun going back and forcing myself to... like, read it as if for an audience.
Hey! Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Of course, every time the cat nuzzles the microphone, the compressor kicks in and ducks the audio, which is also somewhat annoying, so I just have to keep the cat somewhat amused. I don't think I need to waste March on that. Yeah, it'll just die on its own. Okay. Just continue to super buff all the dissociation effects. And make our way through to the boss.
Huh, crash now or crash later?
And of course, because all of this is preordained, we have a boss who's going to be vulnerable to our ice effects, which is nice. We also probably need healing, but it's a little too late to worry about that.
Move carefully.
And the cat, like, stepped on my Steam Deck. Oh, not Steam Deck. Stream Deck. And turned the microphone off. So I will have to go back and see how long I've been talking into a void.
Rules are made to be broken.
I don't think it was that long, but you can never tell. So if I do this, and then this...
The truth of life and death is sanctuary.
Yeah, the cat is just decided it's going to switch scenes and do all sorts of other things, so I'm having to give the cat a lesson in not sitting on my shit. So I'll shield Dan here.
Let's go.
And I'll blast you. And this should possibly make you dissociate. And I'll use March's ability here, because that will break you as well. Like packing freeze on top of freeze, and the dissociation effects will all stack. I don't have any skill points to shield anymore. Do I just hit you and hope that freezes you? Yes, it does freeze you. Awesome. And I'll use this.
Time to twirl! My turn!
I get the feeling that this was made so that you have to kind of rely on dissociation to kill this boss, but I could be wrong.
Fighting is meaningless.
Oh yeah, look at that dissociation damage, just take away a third of its health bar, that's nice. And hopefully this will finish it off. Or not. Okay, hopefully this will finish it off.
To be broken.
Rules are made to be broken, as are enemies. Great job! That's it for today. I've chatted with a few of my collaborators and we've decided to redouble our efforts. Hopefully they double my pay as well. Next time you come back, you'll enjoy our official version of Simulated Universe. When did you chat with them? What tricks are you trying to pull this time? While you are testing, Herta replies, we have methods of communication far more powerful than those possessed by the IPC or the Intelligentsia Guild. As far as people with our IQ are concerned, this communication is highly efficient. Stephen Lloyd has come up with a bunch of different ideas for making the simulated universe more fun. It won't help us attract more eons, but it might just help you have more fun. Herta sighs. I never thought Aha would show up. Looks like I'll have to deploy the official version. We have to spend some time on upgrading. The test version will be abandoned. What a shame, I was getting addicted. It's okay, I'm not interested either. What's up with Aha? Elation is a very strange Eon. They are both confused and clear-minded and not as stubborn as the other Eons. Aha won't stay confined to a single concept. They may have seen right through the nature of the simulated universe. You'll be able to re-enter the simulated universe soon. The update has quite a lot of changes. Are the Eons in there really simulations? Do you find them awe-inspiring too? A virtual Eon is not the same as any old AI. Ruan Mei and I came up with a way to connect virtual Eons with their real paths. Don't trust Ruan Mei with anything to do with Eons. Eons in the simulated universe are the equivalent of a terminal, and their divinity and wisdom come from the real Eon. Otherwise, what would be the value in any information we get? This makes no sense, but Herta's a genius, I guess I'll have to deal with it. Have you decided on what to do with Aha? I have a basic consensus with Strulum. First, he'll try reducing the partiality values of the simulated Aha, even going as far as blocking their intracognition, but that's a little dangerous and may attract the real elation. If we feel that method is unfeasible, then we'll probably leave this Aha to play however they like, while isolating them from communicating with other simulated Eons. Who's this Stephen you keep going on about? Oh, he's our fourth partner, member number 84, Stephen Weirdo Lloyd. That guy's a genius with no interest in using his abilities, and spends 2/3 of his time in his adoptive father's fruit shop. He can't even get himself excited about something as cool as the simulated universe. Stephen did us a favour and asked to remain anonymous. He doesn't want to make a big splash at all. Perhaps some geniuses wish they weren't one. He asked to remain anonymous, but then you're just telling me about him. Okay. And there we go. By the way, there is a simulated universe index over there. You can check it out if you have nothing else to do. But if you're not interested, then forget it. And there we go. Is it not human nature to collect? Indeed it is. That is how these games work. And I won't go through the index now. It's another one of those things where... Actually, there's probably some interesting lore in there, but maybe I'll pick that up later. Right now, we've gone through the simulated universe and progressed that, and I think it's time to go back to check in with Pom Pom. And it turns out that Pom Pom didn't have anything interesting to say to us. He gave us some relics, but we're not actually at the right level to use relics left, so I figured let's come back to Belobog and ask CeeLo what's going on.
Hey, you came. That was fast.
It really wasn't fast. It's actually been a day or two since I took this quest. What's Wildfire doing in the mine? What trouble has Wildfire got into?
Didn't I tell you? Long story short, the underground used to have many mines. However, in recent years, some sort of corrosion called the fragmentum started to spread. It's ruined a lot of mines.
So what's the actual, timeline of Fragmentum in Belobog? Because the whole, Stellaron disaster and enfrostening of the world happened anything up to 1,000 years ago, I think. So is this Fragmentum thing new?
The one we're heading into is relatively unaffected. A bunch of vagrants made it their home after their old turf was consumed by the Fragmentum. Actually, most of them are pretty honest folks.
Or maybe it's just not new on a global scale, but this is just the first time it started encroaching on the underworld, and because the underworld's being cut off for a generation, they just don't know.
But with such a large group, it's inevitable that troublemakers will find their way in. They've been stealing stuff from the miners and picking fights. And that's not the worst of it. Things are much more serious this time. For 2 days now, huge clashes have been breaking out between the miners and the vagrants. It isn't pretty.
All these comments I'm making should make it clear just how little attention I paid to the lore the first time I played through all this. I was just having fun going, oh, pretty characters, fun fights. And then I realized that there was this huge amount of lore behind it a little bit too late.
Mines are our lifelines in the underworld. We have to keep providing geomarrow to the overworld in exchange for supplies. In order to quell the situation, Chief Oleg brought Wildfire into the mine and left me in charge of security for the towns. But the situation in the mine is critical. I have to back him up.
Understood. Let's go.
As for you, the Chief will decide your fate when we see him.
Good. I've been wanting to come face to face with the leader of the underworld.
That's just weird, her being a disembodied voice. They should have, brought her out into the scene.
You're about to come face to face with reality.
I'm sure that they will stay bitter enemies until the very end of this story.
Huh? Isn't that the doctor lady?
It's not just a mine, it's a great mine.
Nat, I didn't think you'd be here. Where's Oleg?
Hey, Zila and Sampo's guests. So it looks like you've already met. I haven't seen Oleg. The miners said they saw him take a group further in.
These people, what are you doing here? I'm not feeling too good.
I heard that the miners had been having violent clashes with local thugs, with significant numbers of wounded. I hurried over here to see if I could help.
What is in this green vial around your neck? It seems like a very awkward place to just keep a bobble of liquid like that. I mean, it's a cool design choice, but it seems incredibly impractical.
You see these people? They're all miners and their family members. They want an explanation from the instigators. This area up ahead is a vagrant dwelling, but they've sealed off the entrance. I guess they're afraid that angry miners might try to take revenge.
Like, imagine if you're Natasha and you just start running too fast. That thing's gonna go dung 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 dung. It's just gonna be really awkward. And then it'll smash.
How could the situation here become such a mess?
Oh, you know.
I heard that first mining team found a geomarrow vein with incredible deposits. The initial estimate put it at the largest discovery in the last 30 years.
Are you serious? That's big news. How come I never heard about it?
Well, they weren't in a hurry to make it known. Most of the mines have been contaminated by the fragmentum. Many people are out of work. They were afraid of being overwhelmed if they let the word out. The vagrants here have keen eyes. They couldn't keep it hidden from them. Some local gangs wanted to profit from the situation, so they blackmailed the mining team for hush money. And that was the final straw.
That's the price of guarding a secret. The vein should belong to those who discovered it. I'm not getting into local mining lore here.
I can understand your thinking. It's just that the underground is in difficult straits. And that's how the clash started. Now both sides are dealing with heavy losses. So, are you guys here to help resolve the conflict?
No, we're just kind of wandering around. We don't have anything to do until we can get back to the surface and seal the Stellaron.
Here because they need a favor from Chief Oleg. I'm escorting them.
I guess that's a more concise way of putting it.
And seeing as you need that helping hand, it wouldn't be too much to ask you to lend one here first, right?
Sure, why not?
We want to help. We care about other people too, you know.
We came here willing to help out. Sounds like a fair trade. Not interested, sorry.
Oh, that's quite nice of you.
We're nice people.
I believe we're dealing with kind-hearted people here, Zila.
Thank you, Natasha.
As you've all seen, the situation down here is, strained. If you can, we would really appreciate you helping the people.
Oh, now we get relics. Okay, so I was just one moment too soon. Open the character menu to view my relics. Enter the relic screen. Equip a relic. Put a hat on him. He's now wearing a hat. And he's now wearing some gloves. So he now gets his two-piece musketeer. And statistically, okay, he's mostly using the champion set, but some people are putting him in musketeer, and then a small number of people are running him as break. That makes sense, and using build on crit. That makes sense. Okay. So March, on the other hand, actually has a Death Relic set to equip, because I picked them up from Pom Pom in the bit that I didn't include in the recording. So she gets some crit damage, some crit, some attack, and a little bit of death. Okay. It doesn't really matter, these stats aren't particularly useful for anything at the moment. It's just really demonstrating the purpose of this thing. Oh. Hey look, I found a hat and some gloves. Thanks, guys. So, what's a relic? A construct made from a data stream. Many believe they're linked to Stellarons and the Fragmentum phenomenon. What we refer to as relics are objects corroded by the Fragmentum whose data is saved and then reconstructed. What does that even mean? You should consult Herta. She's an expert in relic research. Yeah, Herta will obviously tell me more. She won't just completely dismiss everything I have to say. So I'm about to go into here. So I can't go through here yet, so I've got to go up the... Hi, Nat. I gotta go up here. And still, I have Natasha, I'm just not using her because it's not story appropriate.
The one they discovered. That must be where the clashes are centered. Come on, let's get to higher ground and take a look.
Oh, chest.
Looks good.
I very carefully didn't say that when we were down talking to Natasha.
That person up ahead, is he asleep?
Let's head up and take a look. He might need help.
Peek.
Falling asleep in a place like this. Impressive.
Especially on just like a metal floor.
Hey, wakey wakey! You'll get mushrooms growing on your head.
Mushroom bread? I can't see it on the menu. Miss Sealer!
I think the NPCs on this platform were voiced by streamers or something. I vaguely remember something about that.
You got a death wish or something? How can you sleep here? Get back to safety and take shelter.
Take shelter? I remember now. These guys came out of nowhere and got into a fight with the mining team. At the time, I was exhausted. I'd hardly run a few feet when one of them caught me. If it weren't for Wildfire, they'd have stolen the clothes off my back.
And then, where did Wildfire go? They take your clothes? These ones? I was actually thinking that. Like, when you've got this drab NPC surrounded by all these, like, funkily dressed playable characters, it's like, yeah.
You don't know these guys. No moral compass. They'd rob you blind in a flash. It's only thanks to Wildfire that the Great Mine hasn't fallen under their control completely. Speaking of which, where is Wildfire?
She's right there, look.
Further in? Is there a fight happening?
It seems like Chief Oleg must be up ahead. Hurry up and get back to safety. Look for Nat. And try not to get into another scrap along the way.
Okay. Thank you for, getting me on my feet. If I get back soon enough, I'll have time for a nap.
Go back and have a sleepy.
Recognize that woman. That's Elaine from First Mining Team. Quick, let's get up there and see if she's wounded.
Well, she's holding her head. Are you okay? I'm standing uncomfortably close to you, but then that's just how I ended up.
Elaine! Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Zila, thank goodness. I'm fine. Just a couple of sprains.
Where's Bronya? Like, we've got Dan, March, and myself, and Zila, but Bronya's in this group too, right?
You've got good timing. Those vagrants were asking me about the robots, but I don't know anything.
Robots?
Don't you know? The intersection of the Great Mine has been seized by a band of robots. Neither the mining team nor the vagrants can get anywhere near.
New challengers enter. About time. Human-only conflicts are so boring.
Does anyone know where the robots come from?
At first, we thought that a collective fault had occurred in the excavation machines, but then we found out that those machines didn't even belong to the mining team.
Treasure.
They came out of nowhere and pushed the vagrants and us back. Then they blocked off the only tunnels into the intersection.
Maybe someone's playing tricks.
There's no way anyone in the mining team is behind this. Operating a single unit is tiring enough, but a whole group? Impossible.
Then there's only one possibility. Boss Svarog.
Svarog? That name sounds familiar.
You remember the robots we defeated in the boxing gym?
Oh, Boss Svarog's robots! What's his deal?
Let's just say he's not to be trifled with. Let's go and find some other people. Elaine, can you make it back to safety?
No problem. Zila and the rest of you, be careful.
I mean, it shouldn't be hard to get to safety, it's just down a ramp.
Humans? I've never heard of such a thing. Machines should obey humans unconditionally.
That's not the only thing you won't have heard of down here, Princess.
Okay, let's make a quick team adjustment here, because we're going to be fighting a bunch of robots. So let's put Saval on the team, because the robots should be weak to electricity. I have actually leveled everyone up to 30 in the background. And Saval, do you have a light cone? Yes, you have a light cone. You have a seriousness of breakfast. Do you have any relics? Oh. We could put brake gloves on somebody. And we'll put the boots on... we'll put the boots on you. And we'll put the gloves on Dan, because they're just extra attack. Okay, so we have... Oh.
Is this elevator broken? Why isn't it responding?
Because they don't want us to go down there yet, because we need to go through this part of the map first.
Why are you worried about this piece of junk? Do you really want to go down there and be a live target for the robots?
But if we evacuate, then haven't we lost out?
You idiot. We'll just steal off the miners. Look, I saw with my own eyes. They managed to bag some geomarrow. This is a perfect opportunity.
Oh, good idea.
Shameless. Still after the miners, are you? Time to teach you a lesson.
You shouldn't be stalking miners. It's bad. I think this is the first time in the game we actually fight human beings, not like robots or fragmentum monsters. So let's have a look at the Vagrant. In order to survive, some underworlders are desperate enough to venture deep into the Fragmentum in search of anything salvageable. Ancient machinery that they dug up has become their best helper.
The truth of life in this sanctuary is but a vision.
Turn it up!
Let's go.
Well, they were easy enough.
Fleeing at the first sign of danger. That's all they're good for.
Oh, good. So we didn't kill them, they just ran away. That's important to know.
Huh? What's this? Did those guys leave it behind?
Oh no.
What the heck? Beep, beep, beep! Searching for potential user. Beep, beep, beep! Voice print detected. Looking up corresponding identity information. Oh my, it's an alien!
For some reason, for a while I was convinced that Findy had the same voice actor as Zila, but apparently I was wrong.
Hey, it talks! And it knows that we aren't from this planet?
It doesn't seem to be technology from here. Look, it even has an Interastral Peace Corporation logo on it. Perhaps it's an antiquity, left behind by some past interstellar traveler.
Beep, beep, beep. Your mom's an antiquity.
Feisty.
Beep, beep. Whatever, whatever. So you aliens know about the Interastral Peace Corporation? That's great!
If you ever play a science fiction role-playing game like a tabletop RPG and you want to really annoy everyone at the table as a DM, create a robot character who always says beep 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 at the beginning of sentences. It's the perfect way of doing it.
Beep, beep, beep. Self-introduction. I am Richard, the Home Use Object Finder. Model information. Version 0.63. Professional model. Annual deluxe package. Nickname? Findy. A home use object finder? Who knew the IPC made these kinds of products? Beep, beep, beep. My brainwave scanner module is damaged. Please send me to an Interastral Peace Appliances retail store near you for free repair within the warranty period of 232 years, 84 days. Beep, beep, beep. Alien, please take me to an Interastral Peace Appliances retail store to conduct repairs. What? This fella's already broken. What should we do? Take it with us?
Let's take it. Maybe it could be of some use in a puzzle in about, like, 5 minutes.
Beep, beep, beep. Yes, yes, yes. When you need to find something you can't see, just call upon Findy. That's me.
That's an advertising jingle. So is the lift working? The lift... I am not authorized to use the lift.
asking for trouble.
Oh! I was a little bit too slow there.
Rules are made to be broken.
Okay, so what's the story of the robot in the middle? The Automaton Hound. An automaton pieced together with old world technology. It looks like a transportation vehicle whose purpose has long been forgotten. In combat, automaton hounds can provide support and restore HP to allies. But they can't if you do that to them. Funnily enough.
Turn it up!
Was I saying things that you could take off?
And the next in our, I think, trio of smaller robots? The Automaton Beetle. An automaton pieced together with old world technology. A signal light is placed on its legs, and the unit may have been used for mining or construction operations. In combat, automaton beetles can create really annoying force fields that intercept ultimate damage. Every patch has one, like, standard enemy that is just annoying beyond its stature, and for this patch, it's this little guy. But hopefully, he won't be a problem in this fight.
Turn it up! My turn!
Let's do Saval's ult. Saval's ult is so cool.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
That's so worth it. I should have slowed down. Next time I will slow the battle down for her ult.
It sounds like there's a big argument happening. Let's get
Anything up
closer
here?
and take a look.
More chest.
Looks good.
This looks bad.
Cowards and bullies. I don't remember you guys acting this tough around Svarog's minions. Did your parents never teach you what a backbone was?
We ain't stupid. Why would we risk our lives against the robots? And get off the high road. You can't just find a huge chunk of geomarrow and hog it all to yourselves.
This mine is our territory. The mining team is laboring here day in and day out. You guys don't even pretend like you're here to lend a hand. You're lazy. All you want is to profit off our sweat and tears. You don't even try hiding it. Disgraceful.
Where does disgrace come into it when we can't even fill our stomachs, huh? I know your game. You're just waiting for us to starve to death so there's more food for your mining team.
It's a waste of time trying to reason with you. While you've been kicking up this fuss, the whole vein's been seized by robots. Now we're all in the same boat.
Boss Svarog just about to implement universal basic income.
Right. We can't rely on the vein anymore. But don't forget which side brought loaded guns to the party.
Those don't look like guns to me. They're more like halberds and kind of weird ones at that. But okay. Oh no, yeah, there's a gun inside the halberd, so it's a gun blade. I take that back.
Whoa, easy. What are you trying to pull off? I'm warning you, Wildfire are in the area.
Empty threat. Wildfire are stuck dealing with Svarog's minions. How are they gonna help you now? Unless you're planning on taking a bullet. Hand over the supplies and equipment.
Not so fast.
Getting ready to attack. Those miners are unarmed.
You shameless scoundrels!
We're going to arrest you for assaulting a miner.
I'm going to. We can't let these thugs get away with whatever they like.
Aha! And who do we have here? Do you know whose territory this is?
It's ours now.
Shut it. This isn't your territory. I'm in a hurry. I'll take you all in one go.
Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Quick!
This song's for you.
Keep up! My turn!
Again, I am a little bit overleveled.
Thank goodness you came. We were nearly,
Nothing but a few knuckleheads. I'm just glad you're okay. Antonia, have you seen Chief Oleg?
Oleg? He took a group into the intersection. Said it was to clear off the invading robots. They've been gone for a while now. If Wildfire was around, those thugs wouldn't have dared.
Seems like the core of this problem is Svarog's robots.
What do the robots want? We need to talk about this boss. What do the robots want?
Robots don't have a will of their own. Their aim is merely Svarog's aim. The boss. He appeared suddenly after the guards were redeployed and became a major player in the underworld. Svarog claims to be a guardian of humanity. All the ownerless robots obey his commands. They've occupied the Furnace Core hub, and they're not letting anyone get close. Nobody knows why Svarog did any of this. He usually doesn't leave the Furnace Core and interfere unless some kind of disorder breaks out in the underworld.
Well, this does kind of count as disorder.
A guardian of humanity? That can command robots? I've never heard of anything like.
Looks like your mighty architects weren't as all-knowing as you thought.
Can you two say anything without quarreling? This isn't the time!
Yeah, would you two kiss already? Come on.
In the intersection. Can we still get through?
I want to meet Svarog and his minions. We've saved the miners, let's go back. We haven't found Wildfire yet. Well, we are down here to find Wildfire.
Yeah, you still need to talk with the chief. It's only a bunch of scrap metal. What are we afraid of?
Oh, is Zila starting to appreciate our strength?
I'll be honest. You guys are hardworking. If everyone from Wildfire were as impressive as you on the battlefield, we wouldn't be so hard-pressed by Svarog. Antonia, can you take the mining team back through the entrance to meet up with Natasha?
Yeah, sure thing. But be careful. There are a lot of robots up ahead.
That's okay. I brought someone along who does electric attacks. Okay, we've found the last of the 3 calyxes, the one that gives us credits. I'll go back and mine that again off screen at some point.
What kind of days are we living through?
What else do you know about Svarog?
Svarog? I don't know much. The underground's in turmoil, everyone's focused on their own issues. Who has time to get involved in someone else's affairs? I heard
well, we do.
Say Svarog was protecting their base near the Furnace Core. And there I was thinking he was one of the good guys.
Did you bring those vagrants into the mine?
What are you trying to say? That it's my fault?
No need to get excited.
I'm just tired, that's all. Even if those vagrants have no home to return to, they still have their dignity. Won't accept charity forever. They needed honest work to get them through this hardship, so I let them join the mining team. Can anyone really say I did wrong?
You did right, but maybe that's how the problem started. Yeah, I think...
The problem started with them leaving home and being dependent on charity. If you want something to blame life in the underworld.
You seem familiar with Wildfire.
Yeah, they're a reliable group. Trust me, if we didn't have them, this area would be packed with monsters already. Just like Rivet Town.
That's all I have to ask.
Mining team over to Dr. Natasha. Take care of yourselves.
We will. Thank you.
Is this the right way? It looks like there's a roadblock up ahead.
Uh-oh.
Be the judge of that. Come on, let's take a closer look.
It's completely blocked by the mine card. What do we do? Can we blow it up?
What if we just climb over these boxes? I mean, we can... It's not too hard, right? We just climb over those boxes.
Easy. It belongs to the mining team. We can't just destroy it. We should try and fix it.
We can just climb over the boxes. They're right there.
Easier said than done. Do you know how?
Yeah, of course. Every underworlder worth their salt knows how to fix a minecart. Even the pin connecting the body to the chassis is broken. Not to mention the rear wheel set bearing. This looks like the work of Svarog's minions.
Wow, you can tell who broke a minecart. You know, that's a very, very useful skill. A niche skill, but a useful one.
We need to find spare parts we can use nearby. We're wasting time.
Beep, beep, beep! Friends, do you need to find something? Findy can help?
How come you just jumped out on your own, little fella? Isn't your module thingy broken?
Beep, beep, beep. My brainwave scanner module is indeed broken. However, manual input for search is still operable. Come on, input the name of the object you were looking for. Findy can help.
Findy just reminds me of Talkie Toaster from Red Dwarf. Just like, have you got anything else for me to find? Are you sure there's nothing else for me to find? Could we go find something now?
Oh, well, aren't you confident? Let me give it a try then. Where's the input interface? Found it. Minecart pin, minecart wheel set, confirm. Just like that?
Beep, beep, beep. Request is being processed. Beep, beep, beep. Match successful. Initiating search for lost item. Minecart pin. Beep, beep, beep. Item found. Please commence search according to the Home Use Object Finder Safety Manual.
And now an operation that will be familiar to anyone who has done archaeology in World of Warcraft, or for that matter, Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Astral Peace Appliances, your most trustworthy companion. Beep, beep, beep. Potential target object detected. The current search has concluded. Entering sleep mode.
Okay, we found the first one.
Yeah, we can make do with this part. This little machine isn't half bad.
Beep, beep, beep! What's that? Is that a hint of respect for Findy?
How convenient. So, next time Don Hung gets lost, we can just use Findy to find him, right?
Beep, beep, beep. Biological life form search is currently not supported. If you have any questions, please call Interastral Peace Appliances.
So that raises the question, does Dan Hung get lost a lot? I would have thought that was March, but okay.
Well, it was a good idea. Let's look for the next part.
And Dan Hung just kind of takes it on board, saying, oh yeah, if you ever need to find me.
Minecart wheel set.
So where's the next one?
Item found. Please commence search according to the Home Use Object Finder Safety Manual.
So we've got the pin, and so it's that way, a long way away.
Interastral Peace Appliances, your most trustworthy companion.
So let's start. So it would that beam would come out around here.
Beep. Interastral Peace Appliances, your most trustworthy companion.
Beep, beep, beep indeed. So it's back here next to the calyx.
Beep, beep, beep. Potential
There we go.
detected. The current search has concluded. Entering sleep mode.
Thank you, Findy. You've been very useful.
You were a big help, Findy.
Beep, beep, beep. It was nothing. Interastral Peace Appliances, your most trustworthy companion.
For the Amber Lord.
Beep. Current search complete. Entering sleep mode. Please recharge the Home Use Object Finder.
We're pretty lucky, huh? Without Findy, it probably would have taken half the day to find these parts.
Well, not that long, but that little machine definitely made it a lot easier. All right, let's go back and fix the minecart.
Are you gonna do it yourself?
Why wouldn't I? You've got to be self-reliant down here. Watch, you might learn something.
Like how to fix a minecart?
All right, mission accomplished.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Quick work. You know, I didn't think you guys had worked a day in your lives, but you know how to get your hands dirty.
Well, we do have a train to keep.
Is about to depart.
The robots will have seized the road ahead by now. We should go carefully.
Oh, big ass robot.
Stop. There's a big evil hunk of metal right there.
That model, it's one of Svarog's lapdogs, all right.
It looks like it's having the shivers or something.
Don't be afraid. I've dealt with those robots before. Let's go!
Move carefully.
So, automaton direwolf. An automaton pieced together with old world technology. This rare type of humanoid automaton is equipped with a chainsaw on its right arm, we noticed, presumably used for mining or construction operations. In combat, automaton direwolves will use their chainsaw to bleed enemies, dealing damage over time. Little smoke and stuff coming out of it. So I'll kill this thing first so it doesn't get to heal.
Burn it up! Tough luck running into me! Gotta try hard.
Can I freeze this dude? The answer is yes. So if I use your blast, and then this might slow him. Oh yeah, and then Saval won't get her skill, but she will get her ult. Okay. Sadly, didn't quite slow him enough to push him back in the action order, but he's not doing any damage anyway. So let's do the full version of Saval's attack and ult here.
Ready to lose yourself?
Oh, very ready.
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
I told you.
Thank you, Saval.
Rules are made to be broken.
The best
Boff.
is yet to come.
More rewards. Oh, and I've got to do the level 20 trials at some point. I think that's gated behind a quest, so I can't do my equilibrium trial yet. But we shall see. So is there anything? No. I'm getting confused geographically, but yeah, I go up this way. Oh. Oh, that was easy enough.
The best is yet to come.
Grab another chest. We wander down here. I think there's something around this corner.
It's even more spectacular.
I doubt the underground will ever see it fully excavated.
Okay, so this is just temporarily blocked up off for plot reasons. I was wondering how they'd stop us going there.
Song's for you.
Keep up!
It's a nice little 1-2 combo there. And down the bottom... Oh no, we've got another... space anchor?
This vein. So this is what everyone is fighting over.
I'm surprised it took them a long time to find it. It's kind of obvious if you look at it. It's like this big monolith sticking up in this big cavern with lots of geomarrow coming off it. You'd think someone would have looked at that and said, hey, wait a minute, there might be a geomarrow vein in there.
Mr. Svarog, it's such a massive vein. I've never seen so much geomarrow before.
Hello, Clara. Put some shoes on.
Calculating. Based on the average rate of excavation, this vein is enough to supply Belobog with 231 days of energy, with a margin of error of 7 days.
That's really not much if you think about it. If you think that, like, Belobog has been isolated for 1,000 years, and the underworld's been isolated for about 100 years, and this thing that's like looks like the last remaining supply of geomarrow is enough to supply less than a year. That's a bit of dire straits there.
I sense that your reason for summoning me is not the ore in question. State your true intention, Clara.
Right. I wanted Mr. Svarog to see that many miners and vagrants have gotten hurt because of the vein. Can you help them?
I have already prevented the dispute and taken temporary control of the excavation zone. Evaluation result. In the event of no further variables, there will be no large-scale armed conflict within the next 30 days.
There's this gentle music in the background for Clara.
I know why you did it, Mr. Svarog. It's just, I don't think it'll be enough.
And really, can you get more iconic than small girl, big robot?
The mining team and Wildfire. They don't understand your actions. If only we could do more for them.
My mission is the protection of the underworld. The trust of the minority sample is redundant to my calculations. Human behavior will always deviate from rational calculation, Clara. As evidenced by their presence here.
Sup, big guy?
Svarog! We haven't settled our final score.
See, Bronya's shown up for this one. She just wasn't in the earlier scenes.
Seela, subordinate to Wildfire. Your resistance is futile. The result of my calculation is unequivocal. Remaining in the underworld is the optimal strategy for survival.
Maybe for 231 days, but that's not great.
This again. Calculation results, survival strategies. I haven't got time for your thesis. Withdraw your forces, or I'll lose my temper.
Observe, Clara. Even under abject conditions, humans are unable to avoid division and conflict.
But Mr. Svarog...
Human failure to accept the calculation result is a significant threat to the survival strategy of the underworld. Calculation complete. Result unequivocal. Armed suppression of Wildfire and their allies is the optimal course of action.
You and what army, pal? This guy looks stronger than the other robots. His robots don't seem too friendly.
And more fashionably dressed, too. Hey, is he about to leave? What about the girl in red?
We must leave, Clara. External variables have triggered a calculation reset. The furnace core hub requires protection.
Please, Mills, don't hit them too hard.
Oh, we're gonna hit Mills pretty hard.
I was getting bored of those minions. Time for a real fight. Come at me!
I like the clothing aesthetic of the Underworlders, and you can see it in both Clara and Seela, is very much, you know, we've just found a whole bunch of stuff lying around, and we've tried to make an outfit out of it. Like, you know, Bronya's in the tailored guard's uniform, but Seela's just like, I found all this shit and, like, sewed little bits of it together and made myself a cool butterfly costume. And Clara is... I found this old red coat and some other stuff and, like, patched them together and into a, like, dress. It's pretty, you know, it's a good, like, dividing aesthetic between, like, the two halves of Belobog. Oh, and now we have the Grizzly.
Move carefully.
Yet another automaton pieced together with old world technology. They seem to all be like that. It is being reinforced with durable armor so it can charge forward and protect the Silvermane guards. In combat, automaton grizzlies will summon automaton spiders and unleash a powerful charged attack. So we need to take these guys out before they explode, obviously.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
So just do a little bit of damage to you, and then we'll do more damage to you. And then we'll ult.
You can fight it, or rock with it!
And we'll shield you. And then we'll hopefully freeze you.
Let's go.
No, not quite. F-res. So his charging attack deals massive physical damage to all targets. So it isn't dependent on how many companions he has. That's a different one where they kind of suck up energy from their companions. But oh no! Oh no, I can, because I'm using March immediately after. So I can interrupt his charge by freezing him. So I'd want to use your single target, so I can use your special attack.
This song's for you.
I can use your special attack and zap him, and then I'll put that on you and regain a skill point. You're recharging. So if I hit you so I can regain a skill point, I'll use Zappy on you, and I think I can kill you. There we go. Off.
Phew. Not bad. How many of these big guys is Svarog hiding?
Quite a few.
A lot, which is why Wildfire has never been able to take him down. Svarog's forces are too strong. We don't have enough firepower.
That girl in red.
Clara? Don't worry about her. That girl is best pals with Svarog. She's always following behind him. He wouldn't harm her. I guess I'm just used to seeing them together now, even if I don't understand it. Let's look for the chief.
No need to look far.
G'day, Oleg. How you doing?
Nice work, Zila. We were attacked on both sides by robots. Who knows where they came from? We thought we were in it for the long haul.
The man who talks without moving his mouth or his eyes.
Chief, is everyone okay? Is anyone injured?
We're fine.
Oh no, his eyes opened.
We sent those pesky robots and ragtag troops packing. The mine should be quiet for a while. And, who are your friends here?
Hello.
Them. They're outsiders that Sample brought down from who knows where. They need a favor from Wildfire, so I brought them with me. It'll be faster if they explain.
You're the chief? You're a hard man to find. Pleased to meet you. We're here to make friends with Wildfire.
That's quite the tone to take on our first meeting. I won't forget you in a hurry.
Oh, you certainly won't.
So, you went to all this trouble to find Wildfire. What help is it you need?
I didn't know you'd put on a show for the overworld, too. Impressive.
We do our best.
Wildfire can barely take care of the underworld, and now outsiders are looking for assistance from us. This Stellaron you speak of. I've never heard of it. But if it's a secret that even we locals don't know about, then one name does come to mind.
Do you mean Kokolia? Do you mean Sampo? Sampo.
Really? Sampo? You might as well try the Supreme Guardian.
She was the other dialogue option.
The current Supreme Guardian is a liar who uses sweet words to deceive the underworld. She's never cared about our survival.
You're dissing her mom.
Stop right there. I won't allow you to insult the Madam Guardian.
Miss Overworld, my words may be painful to you, but every one of them is true. Go out into the towns and hear for yourself. See how the people here suffer. I haven't gotten close to voicing the extent of the underworld's grievances, young lady. But I will respect your request. I will leave it at that for now. Let's get back to the main topic. The name that came to my mind was Svarog.
He literally just tried to kill us.
Huh? Isn't Svarog Wildfire's sworn enemy?
Why would a mere robot in the underworld have knowledge of important secrets?
Sworn enemy. Not how I see it. The young master here is closer. Svarog is a cold and unfeeling machine. He recognizes only the dead reasoning of his calculations. Svarog is not against Wildfire. Or perhaps I should say, Wildfire isn't even of concern to him. That ancient robot witnessed the war. If you're looking to pick up a thread, he may well be your best source.
Is he really that old? He looked pretty new. You mean the war with the Antimatter Legion?
Yeah, I remember hearing this world was invaded by the Legion hundreds of years ago.
Robots don't forget. If Svarog hasn't heard of your Stellaron, then I'm afraid perhaps no one has.
In which case, we need to think of a way to convince Svarog to communicate with us.
We kidnap Clara.
Or get him to hand over his memory bank. We could go through it ourselves.
What should we do?
We've tried repeatedly to negotiate with Svarog, but he rejects every effort. He believes that Wildfire is a threat. Still, if it were you guys, it's difficult to say. We have time. Let's get into the detail tomorrow. It's late, and you must have been through a lot. Go back to the town and rest. I'll make arrangements.
Again?
Okay.
I'm starting to get nervous of arranged rest on this planet.
You're not the one who has weird dreams of Stellarons.
As for our Silvermane girl here, do you have time? I'd like to talk with you in private.
Nice.
And we have finished a quest.
You guys have some moves. If you need my help with anything, just shout.
If your banner ever runs again, I will pull for you.
It'll take more than that. But you're not as bad as I took you for. You walk the talk. Oh, I wanted to ask you. That Bronya girl.
Is she single?
Really a Silvermane guard?
Yes, she's their leader.
Oh. She heads up the force? Not bad. It's just... I thought that Silvermane guards were all cold and unfeeling. They left the underworld to perish. But she... doesn't give me that impression.
There's something about her that I just can't put my finger on.
Anyway, I've got stuff to report to the chief. See you around.
Bye, Seela.
Young man, this isn't the best place for a chat. Let's keep things brief.
What's so great about Svarog?
Well, he's an artificially intelligent being from the old world. He was here when the underground was first constructed. That's about all I know. Now he guards the Furnace Core hub. Many vagrants have established bases in the vicinity, seeking Svarog's protection.
What happened in the mine?
You got the gist from Natasha, right? The miners and vagrants came to blows over the vein. Then Svarog's subordinates pushed everyone back.
Just pushed them back?
Well, perhaps their methods were lacking in finesse. But that's essentially what they did. If you want my take, he prevented another underworld conflict. even if the execution was rough around the edges. His behavior says something about his thinking. As long as everyone's been driven out, the conflict is over.
What do you want to say to Bronya?
Well, I heard that she's a Silvermane guard that was sent to arrest you. I expected you to be less friendly around each other. Are you worried about her?
We're working together for now. Don't threaten her. Very much so. We're working together now. I don't think I completely trust Bronya yet.
Oh, working together. Understood. Rest easy. I won't make things difficult for her. We haven't seen a Silvermane guard down here for a long time now. I just want to ask her a few questions. Nothing more. It's getting late.
See if Bronya has anything to say.
Wildfire, the vagrants, Svarog. The changes in here are greater than I ever imagined. What exactly did the underworld go through after the Silvermane guards left? Sorry. Did you have something you wanted to say to me?
What do you think Oleg wants to talk to you about?
I think I know what it will concern. Even if Oleg wasn't looking for me, I would have looked for him. I'm certain that the residents of the underground will have a lot they need to vent about. And, as a Silvermane guard, I have a lot that I need to ascertain. Nothing more.
What do you think of this boss Svarog?
According to Oleg, he's a robot that took part in the War of Defense over 700 years ago. He possesses a near-human intelligence and rules over all the machinery in the underground. During the war, the architects created astonishing mechanical soldiers. But the fight was so terrible that most were damaged or destroyed. The technology was lost. If what Oleg says is true, then Svarog is an architect creation left over from the old era.
Or an IPC creation. You and Zila, what about that?
We do? I hadn't realized. I've received rigorous military training. Coordinating with soldiers under any circumstances is easy for me.
It's almost like your kit was specifically made to buff her in combat.
I admit Zila is talented. We do work well together. But that's all there is to it.
You also share a trailer.
Stop holding me back, overworlder. Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Hey, thanks for your concern. You should head back to the town. I'll do the same when Oleg and I are finished.
Oops. Don't really want to go in and fight them right now. Do I want to go in and fight you right now? No, I will go back and complete the quest. And we go to the hotel and just quickly check if there's anything we can buy over here. Welcome to Lorda's Humble Shop. Don't hesitate to let me know what you need. I want to buy something. Aha, I still need 300 more to get the next Eidolon for the good old main character. So let's go into...
You must be Oleg's guests. Welcome to the Gerda Grand Hotel.
That's an effusive welcome. Goethe? Grand Hotel? Deja vu?
Hey, that's not very polite.
It's fine. You aren't the first guest to have that reaction. A few hundred years ago, one ancestor of the Gerda family was ambitious and sought to build something big from nothing. Eventually, he actually did it. Have you seen that stylish Goethe hotel? Strictly speaking, it's a branch of this Grand Hotel.
Oh, people with big dreams have big determination.
Oleg wants me to take good care of y'all. Here's the key. You'll be staying in our most spacious guest room.
That accent and that dialogue don't quite work. I don't know. Maybe it's just an American dialect I'm not familiar with. It just seems to be not quiet. It's like somebody's trying to put on an accent.
you think? Should we go ahead and call it a day? Or walk around a bit more first?
Let's call it a day.
Time to rest again. I hope there aren't any surprises this time. That Oleg, he seems sincere. What do you guys think?
I think he's a good person.
Don't you have something cool to say? Like, appearances can be deceiving?
I don't try to disagree.
You just do.
But if you ask for my opinion, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Fine. We'll keep our guards up. Our last hotel experience was eventful, to say the least.
One of us should keep watch tonight.
Keep watch? Are we space cowboys now? I guess this is the cosmic Wild West. Anyone else sleepy?
Marge looks the most awake. How about you set us a good example, Danhung? Leave it to me. I've been having weird dreams lately. I think I might want to stay up a little bit longer.
You seem pretty exhausted. Don't overexert yourself. I'll do it.
I'll keep watch.
Branya, did you finish talking to Oleg? Hope he didn't make things difficult for you.
Not really. Though it wasn't the friendliest conversation. We didn't see eye to eye on everything. I've come to know a great deal in a short time. Doubt I'll be able to fall asleep tonight.
I doubt I'll be able to sleep either. Not that I don't trust you. It's just, you're a Silvermane Guard officer in the underground. There might be people looking to harm you.
Also, I don't trust you. Like last time we went to sleep, you woke up and tried to arrest us in the morning.
Wouldn't be surprised if there are. The Silvermane Guards have a lot to make amends for down here. If someone had made a stand in the outset and explained the consequences to Madame Kokolia... Forget it. It's meaningless to talk about it now. You don't need to worry about me. Oleg guaranteed that I wouldn't be harmed. He seemed like a man of his word. Go and rest.
So instead of trusting Oleg, we now have to trust Oleg and Bronya. I'm not sure that like, setting a watch thing worked out particularly well. Papers, pens, and a pot of black ink are laid out on a wooden plain table. You lean down slightly, trying to make out the messy handwriting on the paper. Technology in the underworld might be outdated, but printing as a technique remains as prevalent as ever. Perhaps this establishment opted to handwrite its notes to give customers a warm feeling of being valued. But this kind thought only manages to make reading more difficult for you. As you scan over those polite and pointless words, your eyes start to hurt. Finally, you find the most important part at the bottom of the page. Gertie, the owner, warmly invites you to rate our services. Ah, a grading session, your favorite. You vaguely remember having this experience before, with you sitting in the backseat of a hover taxi flying from one place in the city to another. The pilot of the hover taxi doesn't chat with you for the whole ride, not offering even the most cursory of greetings. Good, I'm not a big fan of talking to taxi drivers, but as you open the door to climb out, he suddenly says, "Please give me a 5-star review." No, you won't. You're the embodiment of impartiality. You would never take pity on the test with a score of 49 and change it to 50 for a pass. You strongly believe that good reviews are earned, not handed out. That's bad form. You should always give your Uber driver a 5-star review, unless they do something really ridiculously stupid, because the moment their rating drops below like 4 point something high, they start suffering, and they're just driving you around. Give them 5 stars. You look around this cheap room. You hear the walls wailing and see the cupboard trembling. Now you're the most impartial critic in this whole of the cosmos. Dear guests, please rate how comfortable the bed is in your hotel room. I haven't even slept yet, but it looks kinda basic. Like, I'm just gonna go, it's neutral, it's okay, it's a bed. It's more than just average. It could even be used to define the concept of average. Dear guest, please rate the tea provided in your hotel room. Looks like really nice tea, I'll give them that, and it's also good that they just provide it for you right away. The best tea ever. If possible, you'd love to bring Dan Hung here to sample this tea, solely because you are convinced that he is someone who knows a lot about tea. Dear guest, Please rate the lighting and view from your hotel room. Well, the environmental design in the underworld is really good. I mean, it's obviously quite dark out there, but it's got a pretty good view. I'll be very satisfied. The lighting in the room is exactly how you like it. Not too bright, not too dark. Very comfortable. As for the view, as a well-known connoisseur of retro architecture, you find the Boulder Town street view to be very appealing. Thank you for evaluating the service here at the Herta Hotel. You may leave a comment in the space below. We will take your feedback seriously and try the best to improve our services. On a scale of 1 to 10, would you recommend this hotel to a friend or colleague? A comment: coming up with an original content is always a headache. It's better to make a multiple choice question. I'm very happy with the excellent service, thank you. It was an average experience, I probably won't come back. May I suggest you buy some memory foam pillows and velvet quilts? Well, the one thing that was lacking was the bed. Spruce the bed up. You successfully passed the comment component of the test. There is only one blank space left on this piece of paper. If possible, please leave your name so we can notify you when we have discounts. Discounts? What a beautiful word. Let's write your esteemed name here then. Cullfish. Your friendly neighborhood nameless Heisenberg. Your masterpiece is done. You've just completed the single most unbiased service review in the history of the universe without any hint of subjective emotion. You flip back the feedback card that you have completed and discover a thick stack of identical cards. You are faced with several options. Finished. Now go over the whole review again. I'm done. I don't really need to go over that again. So I have completed the review card. I love the just attention to putting in these silly little experiences in the game. I do appreciate just random corner of the hotel room where you're just finishing off a quest and you're really supposed to go to sleep. Let's just put something there that's kind of quirky and funny. And, you know, somebody spent some time writing that. And I do appreciate it. The bed isn't very soft, but this room feels more homey than the coldly decorated overworld hotel. I did give it a neutral review. So tired. I hope I can get a good night's sleep.
I lost her. My wish. Your so-called plan. What is the point of it all? Silence! She is my daughter. My only... You soulless thing. How could you begin to fathom? You will never understand. Never! You did not lose her. She waits to be reunited. A new world.
That voice again. Such a strange dream. May as well go for a walk if I can't sleep.
And I think this is where we are going to leave it for this episode. We are standing here in the underground Herta Hotel. There's quite a nice view out of the window. And we're about to go out and have a chat to Bronya and launch, I think, the next bit of the quest, or possibly just end this bit of the quest, I'm not sure, but I have been going for quite a while now, and I think it's time for me to take my leave. But just before you go, or just before I go, one of the things that I got out of leveling so many characters up to level 30 was a bunch of standard pulls. So let's finish this off with my first ever 10 pull on the standard banner. Last time we did a pull, it was our last pull on the beginner banner, and we got Welt, who I have completely failed to build. But this is our first chance at getting another 5-star. So we have our 6% chance. Let's roll the dice. And again. Sadly, no 5-star. If you talk down the probability up front, then you feel a lot less disappointed when you don't get lucky. But let's see what 4-star we get. Is it going to be another light cone, or is it going to be a character? Well, hello Gallagher, we have a second healer. That's awesome. Gallagher's not really great, I found, in low levels. He really doesn't heal very well until his higher level traces kick in, but he'll be a nice thing to have in my back pocket when I start needing to make 2 teams in Memory of Chaos. And there we go. We have pulled another quite useful 4-star character, and this is where we sign off. Thank you for bearing with me through something of a meandering episode where I got interrupted quite a few times, so there'll be some strange edits in this one. But hopefully I will see you all next time. Thank you very much.